Hello, my name is Catherine Gunter, and I am a candidate for a Master's in Education degree in Instructional Technology through Kennesaw State University. To showcase my learning throughout the course of this program, I have created a capstone project called Strengthening the Home-to-School Connection through an Online Parent Resource Center. Please join me as we go on a journey through the development and implementation of this digital resource, which provided parents with many tools to help them be engaged in their child's education. I have worked at Cumming Elementary, a Title I school in Forsyth County, Georgia, for 5 years. I have held several positions at Cumming, but most recently I have been the Parent Involvement Coordinator. In the 3 years in that position, I have seen parent involvement grow significantly. Joyce Epstein created a framework of 6 types of parent involvement, which include parenting, communicating, volunteering, learning at home, decision-making, and collaborating with the community. As a Title I school, we work to ensure that opportunities for all types of involvement are available. I listened to the needs and wants of families, and with that information created an award-winning parent involvement program full of family events and parent workshops to support students' learning and create a teacher-to-parent partnership. Although I hosted activities throughout the year, I noticed that it was usually the same families who attended. I wondered, even though I talked to this child about coming to the event, why am I still not seeing his family tonight? Or, why did she not show up for our lunchtime learning session? Based on feedback from annual Title I parent surveys, I identified the problem. Many parents noted that they did not attend academic events because the times and dates were not conducive to their schedule. The National PTA has stated that when families are involved in their children's learning, both at home and at school, their children do better in school. I knew that parents were missing out on valuable information offered during school events, and I did not want them to feel penalized because of their work schedule, inability to find transportation, or lack of childcare. Therefore, I decided to create the Online Parent Resource Center, a website that would house a multitude of resources for parents to help them support their children at home. The highlight of this site, though, would be recordings and pictures from all of the events that any parent, regardless of if they were able to attend or not, could view on a later basis. I would evaluate the impact of this capstone through a pre- and post-survey to not only help me include beneficial resources, but also to identify how the parents' use of the resources impacted their involvement with their students. With the creation of Cumming's Online Parent Resource Center, all parents would have the same opportunity to receive tips, ideas, and strategies to support their children's education, thus leading them to yet another way to be involved. Research has proven that proactive parent involvement, such as helping a child with homework, staying informed about activities, and following a child's progress, does not require parents to be physically present in their child's classroom, but is still highly valued and could be what diminishes the obstacles that keep parents away from school. Creating an area online for parents to access information at a more convenient time will allow them to remain involved in their child's education and strengthen the home-to-school connection we strive to establish despite prior commitments. I began the creation of Cumming's Online Parent Resource Center, the OPRC, in the summer of 2014. My first step in development was choosing a website to host the virtual environment. I decided to use Weebly because I was familiar with the platform and knew it contained features that would make the creation of the OPRC simple. Weebly is also easy to navigate, and I wanted to ensure that the website was parent-friendly. Finally, Weebly has the ability to track visitors. I decided to purchase the starter plan in order to have access to deeper statistics to help assess the impact of the site. My next steps were to develop an outline of the resource and survey parents to gain feedback of tools they would want included on the site. I created a skeleton of the Online Parent Resource Center with the intention of uploading content throughout the year. Since parent involvement is part of the Title I program at CES, many of the skeleton pages were directly transferred from the Title I section of the school's website. I also knew one of the main purposes of this website was to create a place to house recordings of parent events to be accessed at any time. I created a blanket page which included a monthly calendar, detailing all of the events scheduled for the upcoming school year. I decided to use this page to upload the videos and handouts once the event had taken place. I wanted for parents to be able to use this resource throughout the 2014-2015 school year. Therefore, I introduced the idea in the first school newsletter in late August. The website was not open yet because I hoped to gain some parent feedback through a survey that was also distributed in this email. Parents' responses would help guide me to include additional pages and resources by identifying beneficial learning topics. Based on statistics from the Constant Contact website, the August 22nd newsletter was sent to 1,056 email addresses. Of those, 39.1% of the recipients opened the newsletter, thus gaining exposure to the OPRC. However, based on results from the Google Docs survey, only 13 people participated in the creation of the Online Parent Resource Center by providing their feedback to help uncover important components to include. The survey data showed me that, of the 13 parents who responded, they all helped their child with schoolwork at home, they usually read to their child at home, and they all felt comfortable navigating websites. The data also helped me decide to include resources that would help parents understand the curriculum that their student learns each day. By providing information about Common Core reading and mathematics, as well as by including academic support websites to give examples of learning tasks and engaging learning activities, parents who use the OPRC should show improvement by the end of the year to the statement, "I understand the content that my student is learning at school." I wanted parents to be able to come to this page when they were interested in immediately finding something valuable that would support their child's learning. Finally, having a solid foundation of materials and information, I launched the Online Parent Resource Center on September 5th, 2014. For the remainder of the school year, I frequently communicated the resource to parents through the newsletter, the school's website, Facebook, and Twitter, and during parent events. I included several great resources in the OPRC, including websites like LearnZillion, which helps parents understand how the children are learning a math concept, and FunBrain, a website that's geared for K-8 students that provides reading and math games. However, the number one reason I created the website was to provide information about all the parent events, including a video of the event. As Parent Involvement Coordinator, I organized around 2 events each month of the school year. One reoccurring event, called Lunchtime Learning, was held during the day in collaboration with a neighboring middle school. We invited guest speakers from the community to share information that would help support the elementary and middle school children's academics. This workshop has grown significantly in the past 3 years. Once, we had over 50 parents at a session in the middle of the day. But because so many parents work, we could not reach the entire population of parents who could benefit from the information delivered. By recording the event and uploading to YouTube to embed on the OPRC, anyone could access the information and learn a lot. For example, one hot topic that was scheduled for March informed parents about the new Georgia Milestones Assessment. The session was packed in person and also online. There have been 74 views of that YouTube video since it was uploaded. I'm going to give you a little preview of what the parents could see from that event.
The other big piece is in the past we've had the state test of 3rd grade writing. We've had a state test of 5th grade writing, a state test of 8th grade writing, and a state test of 11th grade writing. 3rd grade writing, 5th grade writing, 8th grade writing, those tests are no longer active.
I also hosted family events one evening each month. From math night to reading night, families who came were bound to have fun learning. These sessions were usually split up into different rooms, so families could choose which activity would be most appropriate for their child to complete. Therefore, there were only images of the evening events posted on the OPRC, in addition to any kind of handouts provided. Cummings Online Parent Resource Center was communicated to the community throughout the 2014-2015 school year as a way to help parents have access to a variety of tools and resources to help them stay involved in their child's education. Beginning in August 2014, parents were explicitly directed to the website at least 23 times and had the chance to go more than that because of its permanent link location on the school-wide newsletter and the school's homepage. The website was also included in the annual Title I parent meeting and the January lunchtime learning session.
There's even something up about today's event. So I'm here under January. Whoops. Wait, title events. January. Ooh, there's the flyer. Does that look familiar?
Based on data collected from Constant Contact, 22 visitors accessed the website through the Cougar Chronicle during the year. However, Weebly states that 1,500 unique visitors came over the course of 10 months. Weebly defines unique visitors as the number of individuals who came to the site. Because of the discrepancy in numbers, it is unclear if the website truly reached an audience of over 1,000. When identifying the outcomes of the data, I was most interested in the feedback parents gave me rather than the number of visitors. I conducted a survey to a focus group at the end of the year to identify their thoughts about the OPRC. I first gave them the Likert response survey distributed at the beginning of the year to gather their feelings of working with their children and using technology after they had used the OPRC. The most significant effects can be seen in the categories about understanding academic content and having the confidence to support the content at home. Both fields generated higher responses in the post-survey than in the pre-survey. This can be attributed to the resources included in the OPRC, which focus on the academic curriculum. I also asked for specific feedback regarding the use of the OPRC. Being able to provide parents with worthy resources reassures me that my job of creating a welcoming environment and engaging the families has been accomplished. Parents acknowledge the best features of the website, including the ease of use, the variety of resources provided to help parents with their children, and the recorded sessions. The most gratifying feedback I gained from these focus questions were responses of how the OPRC has made a difference when parents work with their child. Parents responded that their child is more attentive, that the parent feels more prepared by having more tools to use to help them help their child, and that the OPRC has helped the parent and the child spend more time together. I believe that I created a resource that will be used for many years. I plan to make a few adjustments for future users, though. For one, I will transfer the content from the Weebly page to Forsyth County's learning management system called It's Learning. This will help parents become familiar with the district-wide tool that students and teachers are beginning to use daily. I also hope to continue providing rich resources for parents, including screencasts of step-by-step directions for different kinds of problems students are responsible for in class. I would love to recruit teachers who would be willing to devote a few minutes of their day to create screencasts. I believe this would benefit both the parents and the students because there would be a tutorial available online directly from a teacher whom they trust. I would also like to create an area for communication within the OPRC so that parents can share ideas with one another and feel like their thoughts are valued by the school. Creating a home-to-school partnership to increase parent involvement will be enhanced by making the parent feel valued and important, even if they cannot be present within the school walls. Overall, I believe the Online Parent Resource Center made an impact on families at Cumming Elementary. However, because this was the first year of implementation, the impact was not as strong as I had hoped. Through continuous communication and providing workshops to help parents of all technology skill levels, Cumming's OPRC will soon become a resource that is as common at home as daily reading homework. But this resource will provide parents and children the opportunity to engage in a digital world of learning together, thus strengthening the home-to-school connection.